Hi, everybody. My name is Katara Martin. I am the owner of Utah Velocity Cheer in the state of Utah. Today, I'm going to discuss with you the reasons why we love band and the benefits of using band within your gym. Here's a little picture of my team. So I have been coaching cheerleading for a little bit over 4 years. I do have a couple different cities in which we have a gym. We actually participate in competitions, and we are primarily a sideline cheer team, but we do all-star events and other competitions as well. But this is our most recent photo. As you can see, there I am and my assistant coach, London. So within our program, we actually say that band is a requirement for our parents. We don't typically use any sort of paper handouts. Actually, we never do. We're not really in a position to be giving out paper calendars every time, nor having to individually text parents to tell them of events. So all communication between teammates has to be done using band. You're not allowed to use TikTok or Instagram to communicate about practices. It's 100% athlete to athlete within our band. As far as athlete to coach, we do recommend that all cheer coaches and athletes are in band, and that if you have any sort of issues as far as practice attire, missing a practice, maybe going on vacation, or something that just personally you'd like to talk to us about, that can be done through band as well within their chat. It keeps everything off of my personal phone, and with us having 7 different cities that we coach in, as you can imagine, that would be super difficult for us to manage and see where everybody is coming from. Coach to parent communication is also very important. We only communicate with parents within band. I know there are some reluctant parents who don't want to use the app, but it is easy to use compared to Remind or TeamSnap or other, communication apps that are out there. So, by high school, most of these athletes will be taking care of communication on their own. I know in some districts they use Microsoft Teams, but more and more often you're going to see that the district does allow for them to use the band app. Now, band is a free communication app that helps groups communicate effectively and stay organized in one place. So like I said, I'm not one that's going to be texting parents and telling them this is your new calendar and here's a printed copy and please make sure that your child wears this to practice, XYZ. Right? All of our stuff is listed within band. We even ask that you participate in electronically signing documents to avoid having to print. It keeps everything organized. Now, why we like band. There are notices and reminders that you can utilize in order to communicate with your team. We are showing accountability a lot better within the band app. You're able to see who has read different posts of yours or participated, or even chat messages. There's photo and video sharing. You can do live practices through Band Live, and you can see the timeline of different activities from current into the past. And there's a lot of customization settings for you to use as an administrator that can kind of keep, your lid on your team, making sure nothing's happening without your permission. Now, some of the key features that we really appreciate band creating are notices and reminders. So again, when you have a team that's as large as mine, or you have multiple cities that you are coaching or managing, you can't go to all of these coaches in a text message and say, this is what we're doing this day, this is what we're going to have to wear, this is where you need to be. But with band, you can. So we put everything into notices and reminders. We can send out alerts to their phone. They can actually even subscribe to different alerts, or even turn off notifications if they're too much. The calendar feature is good for us because we use it to show game days, practice days, competition days. We even put our snack schedule in there. So the team mom will go ahead and list in who is responsible of a snack for practice, who is responsible of the snack for the game, when they need to bring it by at the game. We also even put in birthdays into our calendar. We really like to celebrate birthdays for our athletes. They do feel real special when we surprise them and everybody's able to sing, and we kind of celebrate that as a team. Band does have a private chat as well. So if I need to talk to maybe a parent and an athlete together, then I can add them both into the chat room, and I can say, the following thing occurred today at practice. This is something that we think is a negative point. This needs to be corrected and taken care of immediately. Or something as simple as you're missing your cheer handbook. You need to update your signatures. Here's a copy of it. Please bring it to practice. Now, we also have chat rooms with just the girls in it. And so we use it for, team bonding. And then we have one for just the parents. So something like a global alert about coming early to sign some new documents or bringing a child's photo, whatever that might be. Now, photos and videos, live streams and files, Band does keep track of as well. So anything you attach to a post, there will be a photo or a video, and it's stored into an album, and you can look at those anytime. You can do live streams like Facebook Live does and have actually a practice featured within Band. So you don't have to use Zoom. You can kind of eliminate those other apps. And files. So it can keep files of cheers, cheer motions, different types of bows. There's a variety of different things that you can use within that Band. Attendance is huge. So a lot of people have requested this feature from Band, and now we see it. So you can set an attendance for who came to practice or who attended a game or who's wanting to do an extracurricular event, something that may not be on your calendar, but they may need as a last minute thing. Maybe you can offer extra credit, but again, you'll see who's in attendance there or who plans on attending. The last is polls and signups. Polls are really fun to get everybody's input. Sometimes you might want to know what we should wear for practice, or if you're doing crazy sock day, or you want to wear pink. You may also say, we missed practice this day due to the building repair, or whatever that might be. And you can say which day would be best as a makeup class, which time would be best. That is left to the parents and the athletes to take a poll on, and then they can give their feedback, and from there you can make a more educated decision as to what you would like to do within your gym. Now, how we use Band. We notify everybody all at once. As you can see right there on the left, you see team updates. So I posted a little update about football season. I was able to send it to everybody all at once. It shows that 12 people have commented, 3 people have done a shout out, whether that be a smile or a thumbs up. And I'm able to send it to everyone at once. It does show 14 people have read it up there at the top. And so instead of waiting for them to open it, it actually does post a notice on their phone, and it will say, Utah Velocity Cheer has a new post. Now, incomplete tasks is something that I also like to send to everybody all at once. The incomplete tasks are, for this example, a biography. We were wanting to post them on our social media, and we said, hey, these are the people who have posted. These are the people working on it. Feel free to update it. And I put that out for everybody to see. And that's something I post directly as a notice at the top of Band. Now, important information is also huge. If you look, it says add as a notice. When you first sign into my Band, you're going to see what page I'm a part of, which is my league. And then you're also going to see these notices. It has 8 notices over in the top, and they go horizontally. Okay, so these are things that I find as priority. Instead of having to scroll through the full timeline, maybe you haven't checked your updates recently, I can actually tag them as a notice and then mark up to 2 of my notices as important. Those will go to the front, and then I can either remove them as important or continue to add the notices. And this is easy for parents because they just quickly view it and they're like, okay, awesome. I don't have to scroll through all of this stuff. Now you can check the details. You just simply click on that. It will open up the post directly no matter what day it was posted, and they can see everything that's relevant as of now. Now, how we use Band. There's a lot of different admin settings within Band, and we actually love this because some of our girls, they want to chat together independently, and they want to invite their friends to our app. And realistically, this is a safe place for our athletes. So we don't want them inviting strangers into the group. So as an admin, I have blocked adding new members without approval. And additionally, I do not allow anybody to create chat rooms by themselves. I create all the chat rooms. I lock them with my privileges. I do invite co-admins such as my team mom, and then she can also approve posts that are coming in So my girls are not allowed to just post whatever they want. They do have to go through a screening process. Most of them are approved. It's just occasionally that, one that just so happens to have posted something that doesn't meet our cheerleading handbook guidelines. So the admin settings are super awesome. Take a look at them, see how you can customize your band app. You can change the color of the app at the top. For me, each of my different districts has a different mascot, and I try to coordinate their color scheme of the band to that specific mascot. Now the calendar feature, this is something really fun. Now you can see the calendar. You can see up at the top it says add. Once you're on the specific date, you just go ahead and click add. It's going to give you the event details, and you can type in the title, such as Boys and Girls Club Sideline Team. You can put in the time. You can select all day, or you can select the specific time frame, 5 to 6. You can add a location. This will give them actually a map for them to attend, whether that's like an away game and they have to travel to that, or maybe it's a meet the coaches event, whatever that is. They can see the calendar based on the location, and they can actually import it into their Apple Maps or Apple Calendar. So they're getting not only the band reminder, but they're also getting the Apple reminder. And in these calendar events, you can set a reminder, whether that's an hour before, a day before, a week before, or custom. So you can say like 20 minutes before. We like to usually do a couple reminders. So we'll do like the day before, and then we'll do an hour before, so they can get a little quick reminder. You can see there it has a reoccurrence option. So where it says every week and there's 2 arrows, this is scheduled to run every single week in my calendar. So I'm not having to go in and add every single Monday a practice from 5 to 6 p.m. for my sideline team. I add it once, and it will pre-add them for the rest of the year. And if I cancel one, I do get the option to cancel the one occurrence, or I can cancel all of them. So this is super nice if you decide to change days. It's fast, it's easy. But then again, also if there's one on maybe that just gets canceled, you can go ahead and cancel it in itself. Okay, so you're not going to have to cancel the full occurrence. Now band, engaging posts. This is why I use band really. And there's a place for social media and there's a place for band. Band is higher up there with my team. These are more intimate. They're easier for the athletes to read. Like this one on the left, a virtual activity. I told them, what they don't teach kids about money in school. This is during COVID. I needed to keep them engaged. So I say, here are some things that you can do. You can bake, you can paint or draw, you can learn a TikTok dance. That's super popular right now. And then I follow up with them. So I say, just curious, have any of you painted your bow, created a cheer, stretched or recorded a video? And I try to get them to respond. So if you see it there, it says 19 of my athletes have read this specific post. And if you read the bottom, you can see that they were all in agreement that, yeah, I did, and here's my information. So this is a really good way to keep everybody involved, is just posting as if it was your Facebook or your Instagram, but creating something that they can do as a challenge or something that will engage them and keep them involved. Now, the chat feature. I did talk briefly about this in the beginning, but here is an image of my chat rooms. You can see I have one specific for the cheerleaders. I also have one specific for the parents. And I have one for like my social media interns. Now, anywhere that you see just one name, like Maggie or Aaliyah, those are one-to-one chats. So those chats are me to a coach directly or me to a parent directly, and those are considered private chats. None of our chats are public to where anybody can join them. Our band is also a private band, and that's typical for safety of the athletes. You can name your chat. So when you first create a chat room that has all your people in it, it's going to have all their names. But if you go into the chat settings, you can go ahead and update it to call it cheerleaders or parents, or for example, GSLSA SMI. And that's my social media intern chat. This is super fun and super easy to reach all your coaches. So for me, when I have multiple coaches, I actually have all of them in one band for coaching, and then they are also in the direct districts band as the coach there. So if I want to speak with them, I go to the coaching chat and I say, coaches, we have a clinic you need to attend. It's 2.5 hours long. You're going to get certified and you're going to get your safety badge today. It is mandatory. Please go ahead and check your attendance. That's also something I could put. And I would message that either as a post or through chat as a reminder. Now, we do chat as team bonding as well. So we have a cheerleader chat that's for our girls in each team, and they can send quotes or posts. It's funny that the example right here is actually from varsity, coincidentally, but these girls are talking about their favorite quotes and what they've done over the weekend. And when you're not able to practice together, then you want to keep engaged. And so although they can't chat one-to-one or they're not using Instagram, creating this chat loop for them allows them to come back to band and continue to visit band, to see the notifications, and to stay close with their teams. Now, all in one place. This is, again, a number one reason why I love band. So parents have to be involved. We really don't give them a choice. It's in our handbook. It is a requirement. You sign on to my gym, and I make you sign this handbook that says, I will install band, I will use band, I will avoid talking to the coach on her phone. And so I alert parents all at once. I say, there's a parent meeting this day. I use a fun little sticker. That little time card or time watch is from band. They have stickers you can download specific for your app. One of my favorites is the cheer coach cat. My name is Coach Cat, and it's a little cat cheerleader, so it's super fitting. But it does alert everybody all at once. Now, it also has a history of events. So my gym's been open for a few years now, and all of my photos, there's probably over 1,000, are in a band album. Anything that you attach to a post is automatically saved in this album. And so I'm able to go back and discover past posts. And also within my feed, I get notifications that say, a year ago today, and it will show me, kind of how Facebook does, a post from last year with my girls and their spirit sticks, or maybe they were at their winning playoff game for football, and I'm able to see that. And so it's really fun to keep the history of band. I don't ever delete them, and so I actually just add or remove members, and as the new season begins, I just remove old people out of there. And I keep the people who are current and registered. And at that point, you can see the history of everything. You can even search for it, like you can see here, and locate it. You can even look by hashtags. So if you use hashtags within your band, that's a great way to search for past history or fun challenges that you did. So if you have questions regarding band, how to use band, even just to communicate better, maybe you have that reluctant parent, go ahead and show them this video, show them the benefits of using band, how it helps you as a coach. Really, this is about ease and convenience and just making communicating better. I highly recommend that you go forward with band and you log into Cheer Coach Hub. When I first started using band almost 2 years ago, it was because of my daughter. She started softball and they wanted me to use it. Once I saw it for the first time, I knew this would be perfect for my gym. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was just sold. And honestly, I found the Cheer Coach Hub because there's other bands that are public on the app. And the Cheer Coach Hub has so many helpful coaches in there. They're all excited. They're all passionate. I think there was only like 2,000 when I first joined. And I think now the member list is almost 6,000 members. So if you have any questions, you want coaching drills, you want to work out, you want to know, the best stunt stand that there is, or even what a cheer box is, you should join Cheer Coach Hub and really take a look at the information to offer you as a coach within that. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the band app.